Once again, dusting off this series, and it feels like every time I try to come back to PokeTubing, I always lose track on these sorts of things. Oh well, maybe once the new year comes along I can focus on more of these videos prominently. Anyway, welcome back to Pokemon Mistypes, where we look at various Pokemon and I explain why I think these Pokemon types are weird. We look at lore, design, movesets, and other little factors about these Pokemon in order to express why I don't think they should have the typing that they have. And today we're looking at Generation 5. My favorite generation, obviously. Personally, when it comes to Generation 5, I felt that it was the strongest generation in terms of storyline, game mechanics, and especially in designs. Of course, I'm aware this is a very controversial opinion to have. Granted, that's just my opinion on the games, and we're not here to talk about the glory of Generation 5. Rather, we're here to talk about the Klinklang line. Klinklang and Klinklang are the pure Steel-type Pokemon that were introduced in Generation 5. These massive gears is based on bevel and external gears, and people have made the comparison to the Magnemite line, since they hold similar elements of their evolutionary lines. And it's related to the typing that I want to give to Klinklang. I think it should be Electric Steel. Now, before you type in the comments, yes, I'm aware that it would be more like the Generation 1 Magnet Pokemon. However, please hear me out as I point out a few things that would lead me to believe this to be a better typing. First, we need to consider the location where you can find Klink. The earliest you can find this Pokemon is in Chartstone Cave, a location that has a lot of electric-type Pokemon in it, and even the name itself denotes an electric style for it as well. Now, one thing I do need to mention is that Chartstone Cave also has connections with magnetism, and that can actually be used to strengthen the electricity angle. You see, when you have magnets move through certain kinds of metals, such as copper, electrons can move and electricity can be created. And the Klinklang line has a turquoise coloring to it, a blue-green color, as well as turquoise being a mineral that has elements of copper within it. And even more so with its shiny, as copper will turn green. And copper is a great conductor for electricity, which goes into my next point. The line learns a lot of electric-type moves. As of Generation 7, Klinklang can learn 6 electric moves naturally and 6 via TM, while it only learns 5 steel-type moves naturally and only 1 via TM. Yes, this typing would give Klinklang a double weakness to ground-type attacks. However, it would give an additional resistance to electric attacks. 11 resistances is impressive, and giving it stab roll to electric attacks would be good too. Now, one can easily argue that having special attacks for Klinklang, which a majority of its electric-based attacks are, wouldn't work too well, but it's still something to consider. But what do you guys think? Should Klinklang be an electric steel Pokemon, or am I talking out of my dark-type booty? Any suggestions for Pokemon mistypes? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. I'm Bisharp Common, and remember to examine your fandom.